Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's podcast episode. Today, we're talking about 3 signs that you are about to uplevel in your business. So, today's episode is for you if you are an entrepreneur and you are feeling like you are on the brink of something, but it doesn't necessarily feel good. You might be thinking that you need to go back to the drawing board in your business, maybe create some new programs, switch things up a little bit. Maybe you feel like you need to take a break, but something right now in your business probably doesn't feel very good, and I'm here to tell you that that is a fantastic sign that you are about to up level. Because whenever we go through these things in our business, it feels not necessarily like things are breaking down, but it's kind of like the tower card, like it kind of seems like things are maybe not going in the direction that we want. Maybe it is a full-on breakdown kind of feeling. When we have that experience, what's on the other side of that is always amazing. So, good morning. Good morning. If you're here live, say hi. Hi, Christina. Hi, Rita. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you're listening to this on the podcast, join us over on Instagram at I'm Kelly Dawn, or over on Facebook inside the Ignite Your Purpose group to catch this on the live stream. All right, so sign number 1 that you're about to have an up level in your business is you're feeling confused. You're feeling confused, and there was maybe a point in time where you had extreme clarity on your business, where everything felt absolutely perfect. You knew the offers that you wanted to have, you knew who you wanted to have as an ideal client, marketing strategy, everything was all mapped out. You might even have this written down on paper. Maybe you have this in like a Google Doc or something like that, but you had clarity. You had complete and total clarity. Things were rolling along, and then all of a sudden, you feel confused. You feel confused, and you're thinking, well, maybe I need different programs. Maybe I'm speaking to the wrong people. Maybe I need to switch up my strategy. Maybe I need to do whatever it is that your brain's telling you that you need to do. Whenever we're in that place, we know that we're about to have a shift, because the only reason you're feeling confused is because your brain is scared. Your brain doesn't want you to grow. It doesn't want you to expand, because that's very scary for it. So it's going to do different things to keep you exactly where you are. And confusion is one of fear's little things that it pulls on us. It brings us into this vibe of confusion when it knows that we're on the path to something that's really expansive for us. So if you're feeling confused right now in your business, go back to the basics. Go back to the vision that you created for your life, for your business. Go back to that document that you have in Google Drive. Go back to the page that you have in your journal where you map things out and you got clear on what it is that you're doing in your business. And if you've never done that before, today's a perfect opportunity to do that. Because having that clarity changes everything, right? As entrepreneurs, most of us are fairly creative. Most of us want to do a bunch of different things, and we only have so much time. We only have so much time in a day, and we can't do absolutely everything in our business all at once. And so when we have clarity on our vision, when we know what it is we're offering people, when we know what our message is, when we know how to show up as far as like the different platforms that we want to be on, when we have that nailed down, everything in our business becomes very simple. But when we're on the edge of the breakthrough, on the edge of an up level, your brain will tell you that you're confused. Even though you've been doing the same thing, maybe for like 3 months, 4 months, your brain will be like, no, today we have a problem. Today we don't know what we're doing. So when that happens, or if that happens for you, go back to the truth that you know exactly what you're doing. I say this all the time. Business does not have to be complicated. You show up, you offer value, you tell people how you can help them. That's what business is in a nutshell. Okay, so your brain might tell you that you need to do all these other things, or that you're doing something wrong, and will put you in this vibe of confusion, but that confusion is a lie, because it's just rooted in fear. And everything rooted in fear is an absolute fucking lie that's holding you back from growing. So don't give in to that voice. Don't give in to the story that you're confused. Stay the course. Stay the course. Go back to your vision and just keep moving forward. It will clear. That confusion, that fogginess, the spider webs in your mind that might be happening right now with your business, those things aren't going to be present for a very long time. Like, you're just moving through something. Okay, sign number 2 is you feel disconnected in your business and like you're just going through the motions. And this is the thing that I have been through, I think the most out of the 3 things that I'm sharing with you today. I've been through all 3 of these, by the way, multiple times. But the feeling disconnected thing, When that happens and it's tied to the work that you feel really passionate about, it can feel very disheartening. It can feel really strange to be super like on fire and passionate about your work one day and then go through a period where you're feeling really disconnected. So you're showing up, you're sharing content, but it feels like you're just kind of ticking things off of a to-do list. And what can happen if we're in that state for a long time is that we can start to question, should I really be doing this? Is this really what I'm meant to be doing with my life? Am I even making a difference? So when we're in this stage, the best thing that I've found to do is to go back to your vision. Same thing that we talked about in step number 1 or sign number 1. And also tap into your why. Like go back to why you started your business. And when I do this, I get moved to tears because I remember when I first started my business, I was still cleaning houses. I had a housekeeping business before I started my coaching business. And I remember that feeling of holy shit, I can actually help people. I can use my story. I can use the transformation I've helped myself through in order to have a positive impact on other people. And everything was brand new back then. Everything really felt overwhelming because I didn't even know how to start an online business. And so there's plenty of things that weren't exactly great feeling at that stage. But also there was this fire, there was this passion, right? That felt so fucking good. And for you, maybe it was when you left your 9 to 5. Maybe it was when you decided like, holy fuck, I'm really good at whatever it is that you do. I'm going to start a business around this. Maybe there was like a single moment for you that really stands out. Maybe it was a period of time in your life. Go back to that moment and go back to why you started doing what you're doing to begin with. Because it's really easy to get caught up in the motions, like the day-to-day activities in our business. We show up, we do our live streams, we do our posts, we do our reels, podcasts, whatever it is. We work with clients and it can feel good, but it can also kind of feel like, okay, I need like an injection of something here. We're the ones that give ourselves that injection of passion. No one else is going to do it for us. Okay, we can't wait for something external to happen in order to feel connected to our business again. We're the ones who get to make that for ourselves. So go back to your why, go back to your big picture vision. And then another piece around this is maybe it's time to amplify your vision. So maybe at one point in time, your vision consisted of you working from home so you can spend time with your kids, you being able to work from coffee shops, you making a certain number in your business per year dollar-wise. Maybe that felt really, really good for you, but now maybe you're close to that or it's already happening, right? And you're like, okay, well, this is great and everything, but what's next? Feel into it. Ask yourself, okay, what's next? What's beyond this? Maybe it's time to plan a vacation. Maybe it's time to invest in a mentor. Maybe it's time to treat yourself to something that you have really desired for a long time. Maybe it's time to do something new in your business, like to expand it, right? So if things are working, you don't need to necessarily change, but there's always room for growth and expansion. So you create that fire, you create that passion, you create that connection. Okay? If you are feeling disconnected, the one way to do that, or the 2 ways to do that rather, my favorite ways, connect into your why, go back to that. Remember what it was like when you first started. Remember what it was like when you first got paid to do what you fucking love. That was a really good feeling. Okay, so sign number 3 that you are on the brink of an up level in your business is shit hits the fan. This is a fun one. This is when clients start reaching out saying that they want refunds. This is when you get like a bunch of haters or weird ass shit happening on the internet. This is when things in your personal life explode. Okay, maybe you have like a meltdown with your partner. Maybe some things in your personal life just kind of like, well, shit hits the fan in that area. Okay, when these things happen, it's because we're going through an up level. Okay, again, this goes back to our mind being afraid of change, our mind being afraid of growth and expansion. So your brain's going to click in and it's going to be like, we need to cause some shit. We need to cause some shit because it is not safe for us to go to this next level. So what can we do to keep this person right here so they're nice and safe? And that's all that's happening. And so this is actually something to celebrate. When things appear to be falling apart in your business, this is a really, really good sign because we're always evolving, we're always growing, and that includes growing at certain stages in our business. So if your audience starts dwindling, okay, if people start leaving your audience, if clients reach out and say, you know what, this does not feel like a good fit anymore, I need it in my contract, celebrate the fuck out of that. Let the people go, release them, right? They were never yours to begin with. But when this happens, it's because we are switching frequencies, right? We are moving into a brand new vibration. And when that happens, the old has to fall away. We can't become the person that we're meant to be if we're still clinging on to a past version of ourselves. And unfortunately, as humans, what tends to happen when we grow is that things just fall away. And sometimes that's really fucking messy. Sometimes it's really fucking painful. But you're going to make it through. It's going to be fine, because what's on the other side of that thing that feels messy, what's on the other side of that challenge that might feel difficult to navigate through, is exactly what's meant for you. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining us live. All right, you guys. So that's what I want to share with you today. 3 signs that you're on the verge of an up level in your business. It might feel like things are an absolute shit show right now. It might feel like you are ready to walk away from your business. Maybe it's time to go get a job at the local coffee shop. If anything like that is coming up for you, know that you're not alone. Know that you're not alone. This happens to almost every entrepreneur. I've never worked with a mentor. I've never had a conversation with another entrepreneur who hasn't had this happen at one point in time. And this can happen even when things are rolling along and things are like working in your business, like you're making money, clients are coming in consistently. It's not that things have to be something that we want to label as bad in order for this to be happening. Hey, you've been there too? Yeah, it's a thing. It's all part of the joy of being an entrepreneur. And unfortunately, it's not just this linear path. It's not just like, I'm going to start a business. I have this great idea. I want to serve people. I want to help the humans. I want to share my gifts. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go up this way on a straight trajectory into the life I want, the business I want. That doesn't happen. It's like this jagged little path full of ups and downs. It's a fucking roller coaster, but that's what you signed up for. So embrace it. Like, embrace the ride. It's like, I love the roller coaster analogy because it's like, I haven't been on a roller coaster in years because they fucking terrify me. But when I used to ride on them, I remember being like super, super tense and like hanging on for dear life, thinking that the more stressed out I was, or the more I like got super rigid and tried to control, that things were going to be easier. And it wasn't until I let go and just allowed myself to be carried by the ride that I actually enjoyed it. And it felt so much easier. It felt so much better. And it's the exact same thing in our business. When we resist these things, when we start making up stories about what it means when we're confused or when we're disconnected, and we're making these things much bigger than they are, we're turning them into problems, that's when we create issues for ourselves that don't actually have to be there. So knowing that they're just part of the ride and it's just part of entrepreneurship makes it so much easier to move through it. Because like the only way out of those situations is to go through. And if we keep stopping and restarting, thinking that the next time around it's going to be easier, we're still going to bump into different things. That's all part of it. All right, you guys, I will leave you with that. If this resonated and you want support in your business, I have the Ignite Your Business Academy that's open for enrollment. That is for coaches and service-based entrepreneurs who want to hit 10K months in their business. And I also have private coaching spots available. So just DM me if either one of those interest you. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of your day.